Make it fast. Guests of the unkind, beckon the divine flames.
More! Pour me another! Try this on!
Muggy day. Oh, man. Ugh. Cold, cold, cold. All right. I'm famished. We barely... Whoa! Pinch me! Hey, Rover. So,
Oh, that. Augusta made sure we're covered. All our food and lodging here in Septimont, but I think the owner might...
Ha! Better get used to. And you know me. If food's on offer. Free stay. Free meal.
Abby, what do you think Imperator wants me to find? If Cardathia's right, the last clues should be somewhere on the Sanguis Plateaus. We're so close to the finish line. Just one step away.
Relax. I remember Lupa said there's this weird blight cloud, and when the high tide, or whatever, rolls around, all the gladiators... I remember Lupa said there's this weird blight cloud hanging over the Sanguis Plateaus. Just go there. Wait, is the high tide coming up soon? That reminds me.
A messenger came this morning. Augusta is dealing an unexpected change. And why me for this hunt? If it's about...
Who knows? Maybe
You think so? I've only met her a few times. And as the Ephor...
Guessed from afar, but what troubles you so that eyes once... A warrior who walks the blade's edge, the clouds. At the peak of Capitolini Hill, beneath the pale walls of the Ephes Palace, secrets lie. Even one as honorable as the Ephor. In Septimont, a city forged in iron and blood, anyone who... I am Nestor. The reigns in Septimont. If you are curious about the Ephor, then allow...
Wait, how do you know she's the champion? And all that stuff? Huh? You're on.
To see and to hear are but two of the many ways to perceive. Truth be told, I've been gathering inspiration for my next epic. That's why I speak of her. I have a feeling your tale with her will soon be written. And knowing more about the... Augusta. A girl of humble birth, a resonator of modest talent, a commoner without noble patronage. And yet, from the den of wolves that is Septimont City, she rose and eventually claimed her place. Just like the burning sun was once. fail enough times, and you might eventually succeed. Or perhaps, for a girl who was lost, and yet, as the first stanza since the lament, across the scorched lands of greatness. Yes, our era, courage, glory, and honor. Light as a thread, elusive as the wind, they weave themselves into every
I don't know. It's just unbelievable.
A girl far from home. I doubt anyone at the time could have imagined her. Do you believe Cato handed her that final victory on purpose? Then Cato must have been an idealist. Now, why don't we keep this question? merely the rough shape of a short epic. This is all I can offer. Now, as a listener, what do you make of my narration? In this, poetry can only offer a glimpse of the true story. I do not belong in the pages of the epic, so I remain confined to the observer's gaze. Here's some advice for you. If you want the truth of a story, as I've said, the tale between you and Augusta, it's not difficult to see. Fate flow. The rain is passing. I hear it cease. Before I leave, may I ask you one last question? What is it?
Well, I'd say strength. Let's be real. There's no way Augusta... Rover, what do you think?
You need when the final chapter is written. Farewell, my friend. Soon, after this brief encounter,
Your Excellency, you have indulged her too much. As the priestess, you know is far too unruly.
Indeed. She and a blatant affront.
Senators, all she crossed was a doorway. One too insignificant to... Let us not forget. It is my will. I know your fear. You fear a priestess's voice. But listen well. Power does not... If you seek power, then...
Took you long enough, Augusta.
Handling the senator... Well, to keep our esteemed priestess from waiting, I'll make sure they record every detail of your feat and relay it word for word to Grandmother Lilibet. Priestess Iuno. Unruly behavior left Tetragon Temple without permission. I wonder...
Let those old If they step into the Tetragon left foot first, I'll shoot them.
Hey, the Senate should be reminded now and then that the Tetragon's kindness is... Why didn't you wait there? I had... If anything changed, you could have reached me by my terminal. You didn't need to come all the way here. I want you...
You're overthinking it, Augusta. Grandmother Lilibet said her fate is one of unknowable void.
So that's it? Too bad.
Ugh, what a hassle.
Patience, you know. The warrior has accepted the invitation. Is there something else you want?
I read Grandma Lilibet's book of prophecies. The hunt and our plan, neither end well. Are you sure we should...
Risk does not trouble me. Peril simply requires greater strength. But...
O ye faithless of Septimont, the divinity is enraged. Lately, I've been hearing murmurs from...
I will admit, but when our ancestors crossed the waters, and the priestesses all said that only the hero of heroes, wielding extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides, shall bring eternity to Septimont. Then shall the waters quiet, the tempest still, and glory return with the blood of the old. Do not forget, this is the Fabius, Attilius, Valeria, one as long as a hero stands.
What if this time is different?
Then I will sever that.
What's so amusing?
So. But most revered priestess.
Frightened. Me? If anything, it's you. Fine. Go.
Thank you.
Why are you saying this?
The storm is coming. Come. You know my friend.
The moment at hand. This very moment.